And indeed, climate change and the environment have emerged as a top issue for young voters this election. A recent poll by the Environmental Voter Project, in fact, found 40% of voters aged 18 to 34 say they will only support a candidate who prioritizes climate change. The voting bloc says this is, quote, a deal breaker. The poll also shows 78% of young voters are extremely or very motivated by climate change to vote. And CBS News polling shows while the economy is the biggest issue for Latino voters, more than half of Latinos cite climate change as a major factor in their choice for president. For more on this, I'm joined by journalist Kelly McEvers, who's reporting on behalf of Capital and Maine. She's the founding host of NPR's Embedded podcast, which we encourage folks to listen to. Kelly, because you spent 3 days in Phoenix last week following some Get Out the Vote efforts, specifically in Latino communities. What did you see? What did you experience?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I went to Phoenix actually and to Tucson, right? The two big counties in Arizona, if you're looking at the numbers for this upcoming election, which we just heard is going to be very, very, very close in this battleground state. And yes, I met lots of canvassers, people going door to door. In fact, I worked with some folks from the League of Conservation Voters, and they said that on that one given day, there were some 900 canvassers working all around the country in battleground states like Arizona. You've got folks going door to door, talking to voters, to registered voters about the climate. And why are they doing that? Well, this is a place where Phoenix, Arizona alone saw 113 consecutive days this year over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, right? This has been a place that is so hot. In fact, when I was there just last week, we're talking late October, and it was about to approach 100 degrees on this canvassing day. Of course, the canvassers told me, that's no big deal. You should have been here in the summer, but it was hot. It's really, really hot. And they say that that is something that they talk about with voters, of course, the heat, the changing climate and what that means.
You know, as I mentioned earlier, I went to high school out in Phoenix. My mom is still a resident out there, have many friends. And so people know how to live with this heat. But certainly, the temperatures going beyond 120 is a life and death issue. If the power goes out and you don't have air conditioning, you can die. You can burn on the ground. What specifically did voters tell you, though, about their concerns about the climate and how it might impact their votes?
You know, what's interesting is I went out with a couple different groups of canvassers who were canvassing for national candidates, Kamala Harris, U.S. Senate candidate Ruben Gallego. They were campaigning for Democrats because, you know, in their minds, Democrats support the climate issues that they find to be important. But then I also went out with canvassers who were talking about local issues, right? The Corporation Commission, the body that regulates the utilities, right? These are things that are really on voters' minds, on top of their minds. How much does it cost to cool my house when it's over 100 degrees for so many days in a row? And like you said, approaching temperatures of 120 where it gets to be so unhealthy. That is something that's really important to voters. Who is going to be in the state legislature? This is something that people were talking about with voters as well as they went door to door, because they know that these are people that are making, you know, on the ground decisions about how to invest in neighborhoods. You know, there are Latino neighborhoods in certain parts of Phoenix that can be up to 5 degrees hotter, I was told, by some of these organizing groups, right? Because these are neighborhoods that haven't been invested in as heavily. So they lack parks, they lack greenery, right? There's more concrete. It's hotter. You know, somebody just going from work to the bus stop, I was told, right, can be in real danger on these kinds of hot days. So this is the kind of thing that they're talking to voters about.
Well, Kelly McEvers, thanks for sharing with us what you learned. And people should know Phoenix, I think, is the 6th largest city in the country, and it's still growing. Folks are still moving there. It becomes even more crucial to understand it. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.